Green Reading Kings.
The Grim Raw.
Welcome to Grim Reading Kings. I'm Tamsin. I'm here with my co-host Sammy.
Hi.
And Tom.
Hello.
We upload our podcast every single Monday. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I hate doing this bit.
Just to let you know, Tamsin's winging this, and we're not going
Can
from
you
the
tell?
script. So
And we upload something else on another day.
every episode to our YouTube channel every Friday, where you get to see us.
See me picking a hair off my tongue.
Nice.
How'd I get there?
We also have a Patreon, where we upload a full, uncut, unedited episode every Monday.
And it is truly unedited.
Honestly, I just mash up the audio.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
And you hear some ramblings.
Oh my god, some ramblings. We ramble for a long time.
Yes.
These guys do.
Sometimes longer than the actual video.
You're a rambler.
Okay, sorry.
Last time it was just you and me rambling. Tom didn't even ramble.
That's very true. Tom just sat there like...
Just listening.
he just...
And we're just like... literally the whole time.
You remind me of the thing of, the brother off of, Wild Thornberrys.
Oh, yeah.
What is this thing? What is it? Oh, that...
Twitter.
I
Twitter.
can't think. But the bit with Nigel, because obviously he's the best character, of course.
Yeah.
But when he, can't see out of one of his eyes, and then he covers the other one, and he's like, I don't mean to alarm you, darling, but I can't see out of either of my eyes. And then she's like, try the other one. And he's like, oh, what a woman. I love that so much.
Such a lad.
Tim Curry. So cool.
Is it Tim Curry?
Yeah.
I never
That
knew
does
that.
Nigel, yeah.
Now it's only just linking up. I've never searched it.
Really? Yeah,
Now I
Tim
can
Curry.
so-
Oh my god, yeah.
Nigel.
What a voice.
Wow. I thought it was a slick voice.
I thought that Tim Curry, I've seen him do his videos and he looks very sick.
Yeah.
Like, very sick. But he's in the new movie.
Yeah, I
Wow.
don't understand that. I
I
thought
don't either. I'm so excited.
maybe he's had stem cells or something to like.
Or
Because he
maybe
can't really talk either, can he?
That's what I thought. He can't talk, but I don't know if he's a cameo or he just appears. I don't know his role in it. But I was like, I'm so happy that he's still in films.
He's just there. I'm happy with
I
it.
just love his face, to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
Oh, love him. Love, 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 love.
Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, and we also have a Facebook page as well
We
Yeah.
do.
with 8 followers.
Yeah, so far 8 people. So
Yeah.
the link is down below if you want to join.
Yeah.
That is not bad, 8 people. I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not one of them.
No, one day maybe. Maybe
One
not.
day she'll be as big as fan as me and Tom.
Yeah.
On Facebook again.
We tend to upload just like spooky videos when we can find them and put them up. So we're just going to get conversations going about our videos because people have a lot of insight into them that we don't necessarily know.
Yeah, hear people's experiences on there.
Yeah.
Love hearing people's stories.
And I'm almost certain we're going to get a lot from this place.
Yeah,
If
hopefully.
no one pipes up and says they've had an experience here, you don't believe in the paranormal. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You could come in here and you will trip into a ghost.
Right, let me get into my story. So
Yeah.
I'm talking about the hauntings and ghosties that live in the Ramen.
Living.
Oh yeah, welcome. This is our second
Live.
episode.
Oh.
Second episode to the Halloween series.
I was waiting for the Halloween special.
I know I can't not say it in Randy Marsh's voice. Doing a special.
We're doing a special.
A Halloween special with Towley.
What is his wife called?
Sharon.
Sharon. No, you just sang Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah,
That's right. Sharon.
You're the beer thief.
Yes, you're the bear thief.
Ah.
That is you. I'm sorry, but that is your relationship in 40 years.
Yeah.
No offense for them.
2 years.
Have you?
I'm hoping my mind's a bit more alert than that.
I don't know. I might have killed you off with that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So my name is Tom.
My name is Sammy.
And Tamsin?
Where you talk about anything and everything spooky and strange.
In this series we discuss film curses,
Dark history.
Murder mystery.
some local stories,
Chapoke.
Out right now.
That's how you kill someone.
I'm going to do a warning.
actual human skeletons.
Psychopathic tendencies.
The last thing to know is the actual injury.
Right, let's go again.
Right, so let's get into the hauntings. There are many reasons for spirits to reside in such an extremely old building, and that's being one, the age. The older the building, the more the history and energy, and this building could possibly be one of the oldest in the country. Well, it is one of the oldest in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Although we know for sure the Ram Inn was here in 1155, we also know that what was written about it means that at the time people did not know by memory where it had come from. So to people's memory who lived in this area in 1145, to them this building had always been here.
What?
So that's why
Ah.
it's so difficult to pinpoint when it was
When it was
built.
actually here. Yeah.
There is some evidence that it was here in 1900. Why do I keep doing that?
It
I
most
did that
definitely
in the
was.
car. Can you believe that? 1900s, guys.
It was here.
It's already 1,000 years old.
900.
That is just mind-blowing.
That is wild, yeah.
What the surrounding area would have looked like 900
Well, you
AD.
tell us, you were born.
Well, it basically was lovely.
Mm-hmm.
It was just grass and it was like Snow White, but without the scary forest.
That's
Oh,
very
I like
nice
that
one.
part. The scary forest.
No one likes that part.
Right. So the church that was built nearby, when that was being built, they had to. I don't know what that church is called. Do you?
The Virgin St. Mary.
The Virgin St. Mary
Or
Church.
something like that.
Yeah. When that was built, what I'm assuming is there was a river or a stream flowing through the town by the church, but it had to be diverted when the church was built. And it was diverted to either the Ram Inn or around the Ram Inn. And that is a major reason for people believing spirits. They believe that that could be a gateway, and that's led to spirits being able to enter this realm from theirs. Something about disturbing nature and making it flow a different way in an unnatural way can potentially be a gateway.
Makes sense.
Which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so we're going to start with the bishop's room. So John was told by someone he trusted that he had to knock 3 times and ask to enter the room, which he showed on a lot of his visits. If you've ever seen a John Humphrey video, then yeah, he does it in all of them, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this person, because he didn't actually, or I couldn't find who he said, he just said it was a special person or someone to be trusted that told him to do that. But it could be a medium that came here who, as she went to go in the bishop's room, she pushed to go in and she was thrown backwards.
Ooh.
Lifted off the ground and thrown backwards. And then maybe that's how she knew that you had to knock to go in, because of the disrespect that they felt, perhaps. And
Yeah.
nope.
John, just a thing, a little thing. Don't just walk in, please.
Yeah.
You might want to knock. You might want to knock.
Do you have a crash helmet? Because if you forget, just...
You've got a stick in the knee. So the head ghost that runs the bishop room in some sort of way, and perhaps even sort of the head guy of all the spirits here, seems to be a man named Edward. Some people have reported seeing such a tall spirit, like a figure, shadow figure, who is over 7 foot tall. And some people think this could be Edward because he stood very tall, very strong, and he's commonly seen with mutton chops, sideburns,
Oh, sick.
and a hat, and holding a staff, which is interesting. He also had a brother called Edward, who was a known murderer. And his spirit, as you can imagine, from a murderer is a very bad spirit. So these two are malevolent spirits that are not very nice.
Both called Edward.
No, Michael. Sorry, the second one's called Michael. I kept thinking the first one was called Michael, so I was like, don't call the first one Michael, and then the first called
Call
the
the second
one.
one.
His brother was called Michael,
Okay.
and he is the murderer.
Okay.
And they go throughout the whole inn, but they're mostly known in the bishop's room. And it seems that when Edward appears, all other spirits leave.
Oh.
Like, it's him or everyone else.
Jesus Christ.
That's why they think he's like the head ghost. Like,
Yeah.
do what I say. When John was in the bishop's room, he saw a Cavalier materialise by the dressing table and stride purposely over towards him. And other people have said this same thing. A Cavalier, is that some sort of soldier? Because it sounds like a dog.
Yes,
I was going to say it sounds like a dog, but...
Yes, a bit. I didn't as well. So someone said there was a King Charles Cavalier in there, also that sits in the corner. But a Cavalier also is a man that's in support of King Charles back in the time.
Okay.
Because I know what they wear, but I don't know what they do.
Yeah. Literally, is basically he's part of like the royal kind of.
The royal guard.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, but he's a big supporter of King Charles, which is where King Charles Cavalier comes from, the Cavalier bit.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. And also in the bishop's room, 2 monks have been seen, reportedly sort of shimmering and glowing and glittering in a corner together.
Mm-hmm.
Witnesses have heard terrifying screams belonging to a man come from that room, reportedly from the man who was murdered by having his face smashed into the fireplace. It's obviously a horrendous death, and that energy can definitely stick around, and his screams would be awful to hear.
Yeah.
Well, it's a traumatic death, isn't it? So it's going to be, the spirit's going to be troubled.
Yeah, it's not going to be a happy spirit.
I don't blame him.
No.
I don't blame him. I hope he's happy. He's had a long time to get over it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
would you get over that?
It depends if you knew that the person who had done it to you was long gone, nowhere near you, and you were surrounded by... Do you hear that?
No.
I heard something fall. Or something bang on the floor.
Oh.
She's like, get over it.
Yeah.
Fucking what?
Let me shove your face in it. See if you get over it.
Just pulls my lighter out of my pocket.
I
Fuck
just
you.
want him to be happy, okay? He doesn't have to get over it. I just want him happy.
Yeah.
A phantom shepherd and his dog have been seen near the door. And the dog has reportedly bitten some ankles that have entered the bishop's room.
Definitely a collie then.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Herding it, all the people. Get the fuck out.
Shelby would
Get in
so
there.
be doing that.
Yeah.
Love it. He does it even though he's not a spirit.
No.
So, when John stayed here on the first night that he got this place, he was dragged from his bed. But it actually took a full 10 years for him to sort of fully believe that everything that was happening was real.
Really?
So he was very, very religious.
Mm-hmm.
He was very religious. He did baptisms. And when sort of things started to happen, he would carry around his Bible all the time. And it just got worse and worse and worse. And I think he eventually sort of gave in after 10 years and was like, okay, this is the spirit's house, not mine. But yeah. And he had an encounter with an incubus, or... See, my way of looking at these are, I personally don't think there's two kinds. I don't think there's an incubus and a succubus. I personally think they are hormone demons that feed from your hormones and can change sex to do that. So if you have a man, I think that they can feed off your hormones by being a woman, being sexual, doing that sort of stuff, and this the other way as well. But some people believe that there are two. There's the incubus, which is the man, and the succubus, which is a woman. But they're meant to be sort of sexual spirits that will do things. He said they, had a little fiddle. And they feed from your hormones as well. Yeah. So, in the room by the fireplace, there were two chairs. The one on the left side is said to contain a spirit called Marianne, who is a very nice spirit, but apparently does not like anyone sitting in her chair and can turn if anybody does.
Uh-oh.
I've never sat in that chair before in my life, honestly.
And opposite her, in the other chair, is her husband, who reportedly does nothing but sit there and watch people in the room.
Fair play.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good.
The mummified cat was found in the fireplace. And although it seems like a crazy thing now, at the time when this building would have been around, it was sort of a thing to put a cat, or I guess a cat in the walls for good luck, or to veer off evil spirits, anything like that.
They used to put, like, was it mice as well under their door mats? And
under the entrance of your house, isn't it?
Yeah, and things like that, to ward off bad people, bad witches, bad spirits.
A living animal, a dead creature. I just don't know what luck that can bring. I've never really got that.
No.
I think if you actually had a cat, an alive cat,
that
would probably protect you more than a dead.
More than a dead one in the walls.
Yeah.
Personally.
Especially because cats like basically control the Egyptians as well. I'd want an alive cat roaming around.
Yeah. I don't even think I think they just judged the Egyptians and they just couldn't take it.
Yeah, they're like, fucking hell.
Especially if they're Sphinx. Like, they are so judgy. They will sit there like...
Yeah.
I bet the fairies were like, shit, okay, alright.
Nice pyramid you got there.
Nice pyramid, guys.
Could have built more.
Want to make it bigger? Where's the nose? Right, the attic. An innkeeper's daughter is said to have been murdered or to have taken her own life in the roof space in the early 1500s. And people attempting to sleep in the bishop's room below will often hear the sound of something heavy being dragged across the floor. So I believe that when John moved his family in, so Caroline had that room, the attic, as her room, and she said that nothing particularly happened up there, but she did once have, I think it was a chest of drawers or a wardrobe or something, move or fall.
Ooh.
And I actually remember when I was younger, someone told me that happened to them. Their wardrobe moved closer to their bed and eventually fell onto their bed. And these weren't believers or anything. This wasn't.
Fuck.
It was just a really weird story that someone told me.
Yeah.
And I was like, how does that happen? Because I was like really young at the time, and they were like, I don't know.
Remember in your house when we had Sammy's wardrobe? The fucking entire rack fell down inside the wardrobe.
God,
that noise was.
Oh my god, that must have been awful.
Fucking hell.
That's just an IKEA wardrobe, though, wasn't it?
Huh?
That's just an IKEA wardrobe,
Yeah,
though, wasn't
but at that time of the night when you don't expect it,
yeah,
it's definitely a demon.
That was noise.
Fuck.
I remember when I was at work and the stockroom was full of backpacks, all at the top, like the shelves almost to the ceiling, and then all of these backpacks across the whole room.
Mm.
And I was on the close with someone, and we had this horrendous noise, and we went out there, and everything had fallen off the top shelf. Everything from each side. Like,
Jesus Christ.
It was so weird. It was like an earthquake had gone off and done it. It was so strange.
That is weird.
I think she left, like, immediately.
She's like, no.
I would.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of there.
Right, the witch's room. It's said to contain the spirit of a 15th century woman who was sentenced to death because she was accused of witchcraft. She escaped the mob and took refuge in the room at the inn. Unfortunately, she was discovered and was more than likely hanged rather than burned for the time. Because it says everywhere that she was burned at the stake, but it wasn't really a done thing in Europe at that time, so it's more likely she was hanged. Reportedly, her name is Mary Gibbons, but the records are extremely hard to find, which they are for witch trials anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So you can find some, but definitely not as many as there were.
And not accurate.
No. She doesn't mean any harm, even though she doesn't like to be called a witch.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
This could be due to the fact that she would have been more of a healer, probably using herbal medicine and that others would deem witchcraft. So perhaps she should be called a healer rather than a witch, and maybe it should be called the healer's room.
Yeah.
If it's upsetting her to be called a witch.
Yeah.
A black cat also haunts this room. It may be the healer's cat, but it may also be the mummified cat.
Ah, that's true.
Could be.
A lot of meowing has been heard as well. Meow. The ghost of a young girl is often seen behind the room's window. She's waving to everyone who sees her. Also, the spirits of former owners like hanging around and sitting in the room.
Wonder why that room.
I do like that room. If you
Yeah, it's an
feel
easy
like the
room.
bishop's room is easier to sit in. I mean, the witch's room has got a table, but maybe it's just almost cozier.
Yeah.
True.
Well, it's at the top of the stairs, isn't it, I suppose, so it's like...
Yeah. The bar.
What, the men's kitchen?
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lady in a long blue dress has been seen many times throughout the inn, but mostly she prefers to be in the bar area. Just flowing in her blue dress.
Look at me, I got a blue dress.
So fancy.
Basement, which I guess is...
Basement?
Does it mean... Because it says about the bones there, so I'm guessing it means like the bar.
That is the men's kitchen then.
Yeah, I don't really know, because... Technically, I don't know.
They were digging, so...
Yeah.
I guess it means out that.
Somewhere there.
On the
The
bones,
general.
Because this is the lowest it goes.
yeah.
Yeah. During the renovations of the inn, John accidentally dug up a grave with several skeletons. So my dog's second name is Skellington, and I'm just used to saying it, okay? When the bones were found, what was inside them was more shocking, and it was daggers. And it was very evident that they had been part of ritual sacrifices. The bones were given to Bristol University, but they lost them.
How?
Good question. I don't think they lost them. I don't believe that.
No. You can't just lose skeletons.
I don't get it.
It's pretty hard
I really
to do.
don't get that at all. And unfortunately, the daggers were stolen from this house.
I can't believe that.
Some mischief there.
Like, who would have stole them?
I heard that bang again. It's like a dong.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know it.
Weird. I don't know. I literally said if I was a bad person, I'd be stealing everything. But I'm not. I don't know how anyone could do that. And plus, I'd be terrified to take anything out of here.
Yeah.
Like, even like a little stone or something.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, no,
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah. But luckily, because obviously without any bones or daggers, it's quite hard to prove that any of that was true. But luckily, when Ghost Adventures and our man Zach came here and filmed their show, John actually showed them the daggers. So they are fully on film.
Yeah.
So at least they're caught somewhere.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So there is a lot of childlike crying throughout the entire inn. This drove John absolutely insane for a while. The constant crying was so loud he couldn't function. So in the end he had to put stuffed animals. There's loads of stuffed animals just everywhere.
Yeah.
Stuffed toys. And that eventually stopped it. It was sort of, it died down, but he always heard child crying. Always.
God,
Which
that
is
would
sad.
make you mental, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
There was also a spirit of a young girl called Rosie, who is seen floating through the hallways.
Oh.
She could have been the one that we saw in the chair, if she's floating that way.
Yeah.
Could have been.
In order to cleanse the building, the Bishop of Gloucestershire was called in, but somehow everything failed. And the Bishop himself described the Ram Inn as the most evil place he had ever had the misfortune to visit.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's everything I've got.
That's pretty cool.
And that is a hell of a fucking line to finish on.
That's not even going to be... But yeah, literally, can you imagine a bishop saying that? That is terrifying.
Yeah.
I came here to do an exorcism to get rid of everything, and it failed. I've never heard that before.
No.
Wild.
That's why this place is so much better to have like numbers here. Like
Yeah.
if you come on your own, I think you're gonna have a real bad experience. Your energy is not strong enough for what's in here.
I
No.
only saw one guy who came on his own. I haven't seen anyone else come on their own before.
Fucking, I'd never come here on my own.
No.
I just wouldn't enjoy it.
No.
I don't know. I'd probably, if I did, if I was like brave all of a sudden, I'd get to like here and then I'd be like, that's enough.
What am I going to do now?
Yeah,
yeah.
like fuck that.
You'd be here for a minute, like, come on. Do
Yeah.
it. Just go through
Yeah.
the door. You can do it.
No, I'm a strong believer in like energy, like living energy. Obviously, living energy is way more powerful than spirit energy, but I think if you went on your own with what is here, you're gonna have a fucking shit night. And John Humphreys did that for fucking how many years? Like 50, 60 years?
40.
Well, he bought in the
Almost
60s
50.
and he died in 2017.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, so nearly 60 years.
Wow, it's wild.
It's mental.
He was meant to buy this place, though, wasn't
He suited
was
it so
meant
well.
to be here.
Yeah.
Good on him.
Yeah.
That's they're so fortunate there was like one person around here with back then that much money. They can actually be like, oh, I'll give you the whole thing, buy this place.
Someone who cared enough to save it. They were just going to demolish it.
Yeah.
Imagine.
But yeah, that's what we didn't touch on. So they were going to demolish it to extend the road out front.
And John
make it
swooped in and said, absolutely not, you're not demolishing this place, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
Also, imagine, first of all, it would have been a waste because on a building ground, if you uncover a grave, that building site is shut down.
Yeah.
So they would have just wrecked it, then found the base, and then
they wouldn't have been able to do anything anyway.
They would have found those bones and then just...
had to stop.
Yeah.
But also, the only intriguing thing, I'd never want to see this place, like, tore down. But I've got to wonder how many more graves are around this place that are just not discovered. He's just, that's like two spots. That he's
and stuff.
Yeah.
If you think about the rest of, like, this part of the country, you're basically just on a grave all the time, or a clay.
That's something down the chimney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, God, we're used to that.
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm not, that's okay. There's just plague pits and everything around here. So to think about what specifically is here is crazy.
And to think, like, they haven't dug out much of this place.
No.
But what they have, they've always found something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, imagine how much more they would find.
Yeah.
And also, they're like, the workers who actually built the ram, so when they set the foundations, they must have just found bones and be like, oh, fuck off.
Yeah,
like,
chuck them in a pit.
Or just put them aside. It's just nothing, because death back then was so prevalent. Like, you're seeing it everywhere. It just wasn't anything... like exciting to them.
No.
God. If I could time travel and see this place being
started,
like seeing the guys map it out, the old workers.
Like still building it.
Yeah, fucking hell. I'd do anything to do that.
Oh.
But yeah, we got our... So we might have to have a cigarette break. Get our fucking brave pills in.
Get warm. I'm getting chilly again.
Yeah, I'm actually...
It's getting cold. Yeah, my nose is getting really cold.
And this is the warm spot.
It's literally just this part of my arm.
Yeah.
Like, I have to do that proper chilly thing. That fake thing.
The old grand.
Oh, so cold.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you next week for the tour of the Ramen, which
With...
includes a little bit of a...
well, a big ghost hunt.
Ghost hunt.
We will find a ghost.
We shall find one.
Woo! Thanks, guys.
Tom's already leaving.
I'm just going to stand up. I'm like, I can't... I'm so pumped.
Hummus.
Well, I'm sure they've got some here.
Perfect. Just some chicken. Although we know for sure.
God, that would make you mental, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.